Ah, shit. Whoops. Ah, I accidentally turned it off. Well, biscuits. Hang on. I was looking for a very specific thing. And then YouTube's like, oh, we're just gonna yoink. I made a mistake. I was originally gonna start at 10 tonight, and then it was like, ah, shit, I got things I gotta do. And then I made a grievous mistake. A most rookie mistake that after 20 full years of existence, you'd think I would learn from this. Can you even hear me? Hello? Hello? Okay, yes. Okay, cool. Awesome. That's great. That's neat. All right, just go back to this. Okay. You shut up. Shut up, you. Anywho, damn it. Sorry. There's a lot going wrong right now. There's not a lot going right. Is this working? Okay, that's working. Are you working? You're working. Throw that back on. Hold on, let's just get situated first, and then we're gonna worry about the story. Okay? Okay. I need a new soundtrack too, so I would, like, don't get me wrong, I love Hades music, but I needed something new to listen to tonight. So yeah, welcome back. We're doing this bullshit again. So I made the mistake of bringing a news article to my mother. And that was roughly 50 minutes ago. That was approximately 50 minutes ago. Yeah. And here we are now. Oh dear. Okay. Well, welcome to tonight's stream. I am working on this once again. Love you, Mom. It was a very enlightening conversation. Oh god, I need to make this bigger. Hold on. But no, we're working on this tonight because I haven't been able to all day because I've been working on other things. You want to know why? Because I forgot that the latest Minecraft episode was over an hour and 40 minutes long. That's just the base footage. Over an hour and 40 minutes. An hour and 40 minutes. Just remember, your future children will never fail history or civics. Yeah, they never will. Nope. But I was... I didn't get to it yesterday simply because we had the storms, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get up bright and early and I'm gonna get started on it today. And... you know, it's gonna be fine. So I got the last time on Minecraft with Mom. Got that footage, right? It's kind of easy. I found 3 really nice clips from the last video. And then I brought down, because here's the deal. I don't check how long the videos are. I typically trust myself in the moment of recording them to keep them at least from 30 minutes to 40 minutes. So 30 to 40 is max, right? Because the most that I wasn't asking for you Kellogg's, you fucking class traitor. Sorry. That was a lot in one given moment. Oh dear. Let me try to find another thing. Maybe this one? This one should be fine. Yeah, this one should be fine. This one's just like, Do do do. Anywho. So I typically trust myself in the moment to keep the recording in that time frame because the program that I use is very sensitive in regards to how much time or how long your video is. And if it exceeds an hour, you have to be very, very careful about it's basically called clipping, but you're breaking your video up into smaller portions for the program to quickly render the footage, essentially. And you want to make that as smooth as a process as possible for the program, so that way it doesn't crash your entire PC. I've had that happen. I have not had to do that since the ye olden days, 2 years ago, when YouTube and Twitch were in a pissing contest with each other, and appeared to be going back to said pissing contest for some god's forsaken reason. I don't know why, because they kind of need each other to survive in this, like, current day and age. I don't know why they're like, yes, we should go back into fighting each other. Yeah, oh god, you bitch. Right, that bullshit. They're back at it again. The girls are fighting. It's dumb. And I don't know how to explain it. So, with that being said, back 2 years ago, what happened was you weren't allowed to stream on Twitch and YouTube unless you had a specific contract with both. I'm a small girl. I don't got a contract. So that was not happening. So what I would do is I would take the any game that was, I'll give you an example. The primary game that I would post was Subnautica, because a lot of y'all like Subnautica, and that was kind of my thing back then. Hold on, sorry, I got distracted. Shading very carefully. You probably won't even be able to see this when the sticker comes out, but it matters to me, okay? This matters to me. This is why it's taking so long. I kid you not. It matters to me. And it's good practice. Oh. Anywho, so I had to learn the hard way to start breaking my videos down even further. And it was actually really good for me to learn all that stuff. Because it taught me, like, oh yeah, here's how you speed up clips. Here's, like, what sections you should really be paying attention to. And, you know, looking into, like, viewer demographics and things like that. That's a whole bunch of meta nonsense that you don't really... Like, unless you guys are super interested in that, then we could talk about it, but I highly doubt it. But it taught me a whole lot about, oh yes, this is how to edit your videos. Now, I'm not saying, like, oh, no world-class videos over here, yes, subscribe to me now. Not that I wouldn't mind. But I am saying that I've learned a lot. Okay. I know it's just barely noticeable, but the tone shift from this kind of cream into the darker cream over here is so important to me. And it probably annoys the piss out of you guys. You're like, God, it's the same fucking color, evil. Move on! No! No! Anywho. Let's see, double check. I might add some, like, right in the crease here. Shoop. But clipping and time management really matters with this program. You have to be careful because it's a delicate babu. So yeah, that's my biggest hurdle today was just going through that and cutting this hour and 40-minute long video, and I'm so proud of myself for doing this, into a 40-minute video. Into a nice, digestible, hilarious 40-minute video. And my god, I forgot a lot about what had happened in that particular filming. Drawn among us in the socket. Maybe another time. Well, actually, you know what? Well, I don't know. Because this is gonna be a sticker. But hey, Stitchy. That would be funny, though. I know people who have, to keep their works from being scalped, they will take, anime character faces, like their favorite anime character, and just squeeze it into the painting somewhere, so it completely wrecks the scalper. And I love that so much. But hey, Stitchy, how's it going? Just slapping Among Us in there.
Is working hard to manage my
Why?
big note?
I'm glad you're not suffering an apocalypse, but fuck. I don't want to hear it. I'm here for music. For my background bitching. But I forgot how much we did in that one video. More like how much we died in that one video. And when I say we, I mean my mother. Oh god.
Draw me like one of your French girls, as they say.
The fuck? No, Blitz. No. No. Just no. But also, hi. You're alive. Good to know.
Chicken jockey!
Gods. I love that it's canon that that's the last thing 4chan ever saw. I'm still alive, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. And now I shall make it everyone else's problem.
Anywho. Yeah, there's always a chance tomorrow. There is a chance to put the bitch in obituary. That goes for several people. Hell unleashing tomorrow again? Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah. Yeah. Which is why I'm postponing the subathon till Sunday. Because I'm not... Listen, I love you guys, but I don't love y'all enough to fight tornadoes. That ain't happening. Okay, that's not happening. I am not... Yeah, I doubt y'all want to sit here and just hear... God damn it. Fucking god damn it. I remember that era. I remember that era of TikTok. Don't bring me back there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anywho,
Have you or a loved one been experiencing symptoms such as coughing, wheezing, or shortness of breath?
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
There's a meme that's going around that's very similar, like, oh, I thought you back. Oh, I thought you'd never be back. Well, I like Drake now. And, like, I didn't want to like it. I didn't want to like the meme. But the moment the guy says, aw, well, I like Drake now, it's like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I can't anymore. I can't pretend. I can't. Oh, that shit's funny, man. That shit's real funny. Oh, God. Oh. Who wants brownies? Okay, question. Are they special brownies and are they without vanilla? I'm asking for a friend. Okay, maybe more than one friend. Oh dear. Blitz, do you want some tea? Wait, it's from the place I used to work at. That had me, it had me boiling earlier. I want to see what it does to you. I want to see if this enrages you as much as it did me. But I have to ask, do you have mental capacity for this? Oh, happy birthday, Space Hamster. You have survived another rotation around the sun, and it shall be your last. 20 million pigeons! Space Hamster, can you see what I'm typing on Lady's stream? I want to ask you something. Space Hamster! Blitz. They cannot help you. They have a 1-minute delay because YouTube is a bitch. Oh dear. God damn it. It's so stupid. Why is it like this? Why is it like this?
I don't have brownies, but I do have
that. Of course you do. Alright, I think that's adequate. I'm gonna blend out some more harsh edges here, but I think we're done with that. Like, this is way too rough. I can still fucking see it. Sure, dispense the tea. Very well, get thine cups ready. And the stress balls, you're gonna need them. Anywho, so you remember the place I worked at? Well, you remember how I used to bitch about this particular nurse who had just been hired, and she's just an overall problematic person, right? There was the suspicion back in the early days of her being hired that we weren't allowed to, like, the manager wasn't allowed to fire her simply because of, like, some kind of contract. She had, like, a 90-day deal, and then at the end of the 90 days, it was like, do you want to continue having this person working here, or do you want them gone? And she decided to keep this chick. Well, there were concerns that she was showing up to work high and or drunk. In fact, everybody was taking a bet that she was using heroin because, number one, of the track marks on her arms and her sporadic behavior. Well, guess what happened yesterday into today? I'm gonna let you take a wild guess there, buddy. I'm listening to this live stream while playing a fighting game. Do better! I don't see any blood. I want carnage. Man, fuck her. Bet she didn't even get enough for everyone. She didn't. But, she nearly, I'm not allowed to have the details because I don't work there anymore for legal reasons. But as it was described to me, she nearly killed a patient. Because she was so high off her rocker, she could barely sit at her desk. Like, they had to pick her up, because she slid from her chair underneath her desk. There is blood. It got removed though. Ugh. Sadness. And then the thing is, her eldest daughter came to check up on her. Mind you, the eldest daughter is like a teenager, right? And was like, oh, mom's high again in front of everybody at the office. And the thing was, the manager had the same suspicion, but this is her prize pony. This is the pony that she put out the pasture because it's pretty. And anybody who says, hey, that prize pony of yours has got a nasty fucking disease that's transmittable to other ponies, the manager goes, no, it's not. You're just being a dick. You're just being mean. You're just this. You're just that. Right? That's the manager's play. Well, now she doesn't have a fucking choice because several people put in safety reports against the nurse. And the fucking human resources had to come down and basically be like, so what the fuck is this about one of your employees showing up drunk and high, putting a patient's life at risk, and you allowed this person to drive home with a child in the car while they were still under the influence? Why hasn't anyone just told her plainly, do your job or I'll break your fucking legs? I don't know. But I would love to the day I move. I want to see... I'm a very sadistic person. I will freely admit this. I want to watch this bitch weep. By the way, if you look at my PFP, there's brownies, ice cream, chocolate, and vanilla. Oh, nice. There's a few people I want to make weep, just because it'd be funny. Does that make me a bad person? No, it does not, because they had it coming. Just put on some Chicago. They had it coming. They had it coming. They only had themselves to blame. You're welcome, Hunter. Yes, I know that musical. I've seen it before. Don't worry, you're in good company. Oh dear. But it's so infuriating to me because I'm calling it now. I think pie is another honey. I think it is. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that later. High-functioning sociopathy with a strong moral compass and code, but my only superpower is I can switch off empathy. Oh, God. Yeah. It's like at a certain point, you just stop giving a shit about... Like, there are some people I care for and other people that I do not give a shit about, but it's still like, okay... You have no impact upon my life and I don't care about you, but I don't want to see you get hurt. So don't do that stupid thing. Which I guess to a certain degree is baseline empathy. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I don't want to see people get hurt just for the sake of getting hurt. It's that, I guess the Batman thing of like, you did wrong, therefore you deserve to get hurt. Right? But it varies. There's a complex to it, you know? Like, okay, why did you do that? Was it because that person, are you like, is it an eye for an eye situation? Son for a son? Like, what's going on here? What's going on? I only really have an issue with others and infect others, but it's a super high bar for me to get involved, like attacking someone homeless or something. I will be going to jail. Yeah, I get that. Made a podcast about music. Oh, nice. Very nice. Most of this is gonna be... God, I really should have added a thing. It seems like I'm putting it all here, though. Sorry, brain. But no, it just infuriated me that this grown-ass adult who has a medical license of a sort decided that it was a smart decision.
I will send you to Jesus.
You're gonna be meeting your creator soon. But decided it was a smart decision to be inebriated and drive. That's what gets me. That's the thing that really pissed me off, and I have personal issues with that. That's unforgivable for me. It's like, okay, we're drawing the line here. Alright, buddy. That's it. You're done. It's like, you have every option. The thing is, this woman's married. She is married. She has family in the area that she brags about all the time. It's like, call your mom, call your dad, call your cousin, call your husband, call your older children. You have options. Like, really? Really? This is what you do? Really? Have you met her husband or family? I don't want to meet her husband. Because he gives me Crackhead McGee vibes. But at the same time, it's like, that ain't none of my fucking business. But her kids I have met, they're actually not that bad. Surprisingly. Like, with the parents that they have, oh my gosh. Their parents are trying to set them up for failure, and that sucks. Like, her eldest daughter is actually fairly sweet. Doesn't make the best decisions, but she's a sweet kid. She's a very, you know, she has her moments. Bad examples are still examples, indeed. I wish them nothing but the best, though. I hope that they can break their own cycle. Which it seems like that's... Why? Why are you like this? Stop. Okay. Alright. Oh, but yeah, that's what's going on in the... there. Okay, that might not be dark enough. Try this. Ooh, yes. That's still a nice color. Noticeable. It just needs to be, like, barely there, you know? This is gonna be going through a printer after all. I don't want to overwhelm it. I'm actually really excited! I'm really excited to open up shop and start doing this. But that's beside the point. Right, yes, that's the ongoings. So now the doctor... Dr. Bulldog is wanting her fired. Which, I mean, yeah, I'm all for it. That bitch needed to be fired after the 90-day point. She had too many red flags. And the fact is, it pisses me off. This pisses me off because I've worked in several places where I've seen this done and I've had it happen to me. And it's just like, I hate biting my time and biting my tongue until the last day. I really do. Because here's the deal. I want to believe that it's naive. I want to believe that it's unintentional. I want to. But it's intentional. I hate it when people get rewarded for bad behavior especially at a medical facility where you're literally trying to get people medical aid. It doesn't matter what variation, whether it's just recommending like another doctor, if it's prescribing things, or if you're in the emergency room, surgery, what have you. I despise it when people do terrible shit or are fucking lazy because, oh, I don't feel like working today, but the goddamn workhorse is berated because they're doing too good of a job. Or they're not picking up the slack of the lazy asshole over here who's being a dick. What I'm talking about is favoritism. And I fucking despise it. It's like... And you wonder why I quit? You wonder why I quit. You wonder why. Yeah. I hope they were at least cleaning needles before reusing them in the clinic. I do too. I really do. Because all of this just put into question whether or not she's been using clinic supplies for her addiction. Because it is an addiction. I firmly believe, because there is no fucking way this woman is just like, oh, I'm just using it like a party drug. La 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 la. No fucking way. You don't just do that. This is an ongoing thing. Okay, let's blend in the colors for the foxtail. I know them as foxtails. I don't know what their actual name is. Just hilarious. Never seen it used. Okay. Shoop. Oh god, so this one's a bright yellow. Ah. Okay. But yeah. So have you heard about pie? Have you heard about it? I'm sure you've seen it on YouTube. And no, I'm not talking about delicious, wonderful key lime pies or a peach well, actually, cobbler versus pie. I consider that pie to a degree, just on the generalized sweeping statement. It's a pie, you know. It's in a pie shape. It's got crust. It has fruit or some kind of filling, and then you put a topper over it. It's a pie. Whatever. Not the point. No, I'm not talking about pie as an edible pie. I'm talking about the company pie. It's very strange. Alright, good night, Blitz. Thanks for joining. Be safe tomorrow, because it's supposed to actually be really stormy. I don't know how bad it's gonna hit OKC, but you know. Who knows? We shall find out. Right. But no, there's this company called Pi, and they've been advertised. They kind of spawned right after the whole debacle with YouTube, and YouTube being like, you can't use ad blockers on our service anymore. We'll ban you if you do. Meow, 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 meow. Right, because their ads have gotten so outrageous, unfortunately. So this company spawned from this, and it's everywhere. I see it everywhere. And it's kind of annoying to me. It reminds me a lot of honey, which if you guys don't know what honey is, if you're too young to know what it is, or you just straight up didn't see anything about it, Honey was a company that started, like, I think roughly around 2015. Was it 2015? I think it was 2015, 2016. And they were sponsoring every content creator they could get their grimy fingers on. They were like, here, talk good about our product and we'll give you money. We'll give you a commission. And everybody was like, oh, this is a great deal. Yeah, this is actually a really cool thing. And basically it was a service that would browse the web for you while you're online shopping and find coupons, right? Well, how it works, and we're gonna get to the technicalities here. How it works is basically when you're watching your favorite content creator, or when blogs are still a thing today. I don't use them all too much, but back in the day when blogs were very popular, you would have people who would have a honey code, and you the reader, you the viewer, what have you, the peruser of fine content would take that code and you would use it to, you know, purchase stuff, per usual. And here's where the problem arises. So basically, Honey made all their money. Honey made their money. Get it? So Honey made all of their money from basically scamming content creators by saying, hey, use this code. Will give you a bit of commission from, like, whatever your person is buying. It in fact did not give them commission. As a matter of fact, let's break it down real quick. How it actually worked was when they took that QR code or that special bar, what have you, and they go to a website that Honey goes, hey, we are connected with them, or we have coupons with them, what have you. It would replace the content creator's code with Honey's own code. So instead of the content creator getting the commission, Honey would get the commission. The content creator would never receive anything. And then when the metrics would come back, Honey could sit down and say, hey, you didn't uphold your end of the bargain, so we're dropping you. Ouch. Not really the best thing. And that's what Pi reminds me of, because they have all this money randomly, and I haven't heard anybody talk about them a lot, which is kind of every time I see it, it's very off-putting to me. It's like, God, I don't know if you guys are legit or what. You just seem schemy to me. You know what I mean? Like, there's something not quite right here. And honestly, at this point in my life, I'm just gonna follow my gut instinct. It's like, you know what? No. We're not gonna do that today. We're not gonna trust you. Which kind of sucks in a weird way, because this brings about the conversation of, this brings about the conversation of who can you take sponsorships from. Now, of course, it is a given that content creators should do their research about their sponsors or people they're looking to take a sponsorship from. That is, like, that's pretty basic. Like, fuck, I expect myself, if I ever get sponsored, do your fucking research. Get in there. Get your hands dirty. What are these people about? What's their history? Is there something I should be concerned about that conflicts with my moral compass, you know? Like, what's going on here, man? So it kind of came to this generalized consensus of you just straight up shouldn't anymore. Which sucks, because there's a lot of people, a lot of smaller content creators, i.e. people like me, who do look forward to having sponsors because that's kind of like the only way you pay your bills. You know? It's like, if I ever get a sponsorship, if I could choose who I would be sponsored by, the safest bet, Clip Studio. Because number one, I use it very frequently. I stream it a lot. I'm streaming it now. I like their product. They don't use AI, which I love. They're very anti-AI. They have a wonderful selection, and they're incredibly non-problematic. Now, they have a few issues in regards to banking, but that's due to where the company is actually stationed out of, because it is a Japanese company. They have completely different laws. It's a curiosity, to say the least. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we add a little bit of shade. I'm gonna add a few... Do I like highlights? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. I've yammered a lot already. I've just had a lot on my brain today that I haven't been able to get out. I yammer. I don't usually yammer this much. Sorry, I got distracted by something. Okay. I don't know if I want to work on highlights now. That makes me nervous. Tell you what. Work on this. There we go. Very delicate work indeed. I want to add, maybe just add highlights to a few things, right? Not everything needs a highlight, right? Right? Right. I'm gonna try and at least get to 90% on this tonight, so we might be here for a good 2 hours or so. I'm gonna try and keep distractions to a minimum. Good luck. I may not have ADHD, but I have the other A. It tends to work against me. Oh god, speaking of which, I saw this really interesting YouTube short today that it's all based around Final Fantasy, because I've been getting into my Final Fantasy kick here recently. And typically whenever I get into a kick on something, whether it be like Transformers, Star Wars, it starts with art. That's really just the common tie of all of my interests. Like, World of Warcraft, Horizon Zero Dawn, fucking Bloodborne, all what those things have in common for me, even though they are completely different genres of stories and games, is their very distinctive art style, the concept art that comes out of it. They're all styles that I really enjoy if you actually go and look at them. Like, go and look up the concept art for World of Warcraft, you know, especially for the first few games. The stuff that Chris Metzen put out was always like something I was like, oh, I wanna draw like him. That's cool, you know? He's a very distinctive style. The stuff they did for Horizon Zero Dawn was amazing. Bloodborne is just, I mean, From Software always excels when it comes to art and music. You can, like, it's just like, yep. Yep, that's it, right there. Beautiful. I want 20 more of them. Thank you. Take my money. But there was... So I think it's like the first 3 Final Fantasies. I've never played them, but I have seen the cover art for them. And I was always fascinated with how ethereal looking the characters were in the cover art. I was just like, oh, that's beautiful. It reminds me of Frank Frazetta, just a little bit. But Frank Frazetta leans more into realism than he does into, I don't want to say cartoonish or cartoons. I guess it's more anime-esque to a degree. I'll have to find that video again because I cannot remember the gentleman's name at all. And I only learned of him today, like, of this particular artist, and saw all of his work. Like, apparently he drew cover art for every Final Fantasy all the way up to 10. I saw his cover art for 10 and I was like, oh, that's beautiful. For Titus and Yuna, oh my gosh. Which, not my favorite Final Fantasy, I won't lie. But the cover art, ugh. I don't know if I like this color, even though I just blended it everywhere. Hold on. I feel like I need something brighter. Honestly, yeah, that would work in our favor. Why do I don't know. Oh, it's super easy to get rid of this stuff. And it's not that close to what I was working on, so I'm not too worried. I should probably put another layer, but I'm not, because I like to live on the edge. Fuck. Ah, yes, welcome to a lady stream. I'm fucking insane. I should just do it. I should just two-tone. 3-tone is killing you.
You're killing me, Petey. You're killing me. You're killing me, Petey. Gah.
Hello there. How do you say that? Shiboto desu. Hello. And see, the first idea was just taking this and highlighting like in between these areas like so, and then going to the edges because this is the inside of the flower, right? And then having a darker color here for those. Indecision. Tell you what, let's bring up an example. Where they be? Right here. No, that's the wrong type. This one? No, that's a coneflower. You? Yes, perfect. Okay. Here we go. So, it seems like with these, further in is a brighter color, much more vibrant, right? It's meant to be eye-catching, and then further out, it's a little darker. Oh.
Well blasted.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. We don't like it, we don't like it. And we erase it, we try again. Nothing to it but to do it. Oh dear. But, oh, it's Arno something. You know what, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Oh, my phone's actually... Oh, what? Uh-oh. What charge is my phone at? It's not telling me. Oh no.
Cat. Dude, really? Stop. No, stop. No. Get off of my table. Now, I'm not fighting you over my draft table. No. Now.
Dude, we are not having this argument.
Right back at you, punk.
You're a punk. That's what you are. Yeah. I have 2 cats, by the way. Oh, this is what it's like. It's like, oh, I'm going to yeet your laptop from its spot. Okay, now it's charging. God, it's so weird. I'm going to yeet your laptop because I want to lay here now. Oh, the catitude. You'd think he was a tabby sometimes, with how Sam is. But nay, he's of the void. Alas, he is of the void. Which I need to finish Horizon Zero Dawn. Thing is, I finished that game, I think, 3 times over. But what I really never got to do was the DLC, which was like the Frozen Deaths or something. No, it's Frozen something. God, I'm thinking Subnautica all of a sudden. Yeah, I did a reboot about a year ago that I never got back into simply because I was having issues with my former job. Fun times. I've already discussed enough about them. Oh dear. Ooh. Yeah, they kind of have highlights towards here too, you know. Around there, yes. Gods, every time I think about it, I'm just getting so excited about the new AV not AVP, new Predator films that are coming out in the TV show. I'm just like, oh, that's gonna be so cool. I need to start drawing them. That'd be so cool. Because I actually have a few friends who their entire like art basis is just mastering drawing like the Predators or the Yuzuna, and they look so fucking cool. Like, gods, how do you do that? I want to study you. I'm gonna put you under a microscope. Teach me your ways.
I can do it, but to do it.
Oh dear. Alas, one thing at a time, yeah. As much as I want to draw that, I need to get a few things done first. Case in point. What we're doing now. I need to get like 4 of these done. Well, no. After this, 3, really. Eventually, I'll put the stickers up to like a bi-monthly vote. I think that might be like a fun thing. Just pick a theme and go for it, you know. But I want to have at least one that's seasonal. You know, this one does not fit the seasons at all. This is more of a fall kind of deal, but I like it. This one does not match spring at all, and you know what? I'm living for it. And now, we blend the bitch. Oh, dear. But yes. I also need to do some more, world building streams. I've got a few ideas for lates. I'd like to draw a few more monsters from the realms, as it were. Oh, dear. Because that's kind of what I do when whenever I've been sitting here and editing or just going through footage, getting clips for the YouTube shorts and stuff. So I'll just sit here with my journal and start scribbling concept art for monsters and things. Just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. I guess I'm still infatuated with the idea of a parasite that feeds off of its victims' emotions, and they all differ. There's those that feed off of like happiness and joy and love, and then there are those who feed off of anxiety, rage, fear, which will kill you very quickly. And they're these cute little inconspicuous sheep-like animals that you just want to pick up and you want to cuddle and you're like, oh, you're so cute. Oh, yeah, cute. Very cute. Go. Okay, let me make this a little smaller. It's minute. Hmm. So let's see. Maybe a richer color? Let's see. Test it out. Train! I don't want it to fill it out completely. Let's test it. Oh, that's the wrong button. Oof. Okay. Probably make these lines a wee bit... Well... Hear me out. What if instead of like that, you kind of... I'm putting this on another layer just in case this does not work out. Like, instead of it having paint, why not just something like that? And we don't have to make it super bright. Just kind of want hints of it here and there. I'm probably putting way too much energy into this particular thing. Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, it just doesn't look good from a distance. It just looks bad, really. Hmm. Kind of looks like a red, though, doesn't it? Hmm. Oh, that's bright. That's noticeable. Let's see. Go back to the bicycle. This is technically charcoal. Yeah, no, I think we established that's not gonna look good. So I need something. Blend. Let's see. Try a little bit more of it. Just... Not feeling it. No. Nope. Doesn't work. No. It's just the same thing. Maybe like a slightly richer orange. We don't want to go too bold because it's just going to clash and make it stand out too much. We want it to just kind of, like, in the grand scheme of things, you don't want it to be too bold. You know, it's got a it has matching colors in here, or at least on that variable, right? Oh, lords. I'm too close. Don't want to be that close to you. Excuse me, I do not want the fill option. Nay. It scares me so. But it is useful now that I know how to use it properly. Just kept it to like that. Yeah. No, that's fine. On Krita, it's terrifying, let me tell you. The fill option is so delicate. If you've never used Krita, you will never know the nightmare that is. However, if you're using Clip Studio, do not use that top option. Never do it unless you want your entire page to be that one color. If you're looking just to fill in small areas, even if those lines do not connect, go to the sidebar. It is safe. That is the safe zone. Kind of want this to be a bit more ragged. Because honestly, I think this color works. Yeah. Smaller quantities. A bit more, if we can try and go for a little bit of a striped thing going on. Hold on. I don't know how I'm going to achieve that, but I'm going to make attempts. Pull this down. E. Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay, that works. Oh, we're out of the kerfuffle. Can finally focus on something. Alright, I like that. That's gonna look good. That's gonna be very pleasing. This is what takes up most of my time whenever I'm slapping color onto things, because you have to understand, I was very much into traditional art, and that being pencils. It was the way that people wanted me to go was to be a realism artist, and I hate it. Like, I love watching other people draw realism. I hate drawing and or painting realism now. Just because it's not my thing. I like animation. I like kind of cartoonish styles. I'm very finicky about it. If anything, my desired effect would be something similar to Frank Frazetta, which I guess is a form of realism that he leans into, but it really isn't. I don't know how to describe it. His art is just so captivating to me. And it's not just the women. Oh, that's a perk. Hmm. I will not lie. There we go. Gotta speed this up a little bit. Just a wee bit. Mach 9. It's done. Oh god. Yesterday was hilarious. Tiresome but hilarious because we had a tornado outbreak and we had several tornadoes touch down in my town. I won't go into the specifics of it because safety reasons, but it was mildly annoying, moreover terrifying, I won't lie. Simply because they were so spaced out, and every time that we thought we were in the clear because of the way that the storm was moving, we're like, oh, we're actually out of danger now because there's literally no way for a tornado to spawn, and then 5 seconds after you utter that into existence, boom! Mother Nature is like, are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Here, have another. I don't think you've had enough. Have another tornado. Here, have another tornado. And thankfully they weren't horrible. They weren't like, oh my gosh, this is it. But we were the first one that we had touched down. I will say we got incredibly lucky because everyone was like, this is it. This is the big one. We're not going to exist if this thing touches down because the rotation on it was fucking wicked. Like, yep. We might not. This might be it. Because, I mean, in all reality, this area is due for the big one, as it were, you know? You know what I'm talking about? Because we're right in that line. And we've gotten out of trouble a few times just by the whims of the wind. But it's not gonna last forever. Got a bad feeling about this. But unfortunately, the last tornado we had yesterday did hit somebody. Like, it wasn't a like, oh my gosh, it's not like an EF2 or an EF3, anything like that. No, it was just your atypical, nasty tornado that lasts for like 4 or 5 minutes, throws a few hay bales, maybe messes up your car, ruins your roof, all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it did hit somebody that I have close ties with in town. We're just waiting on damage report from her place. So, it's like, ugh, I really hope it's not bad. So we still haven't heard anything. Because it's fucking difficult to get out there. She lives way out there in the boonies. But no, it's like every time, like, oh yes, we're fine. Here's a tornado. Oh yes, we're fine. Oh, there's another spin up. Could be going towards your area. Great. And the thing is, in Oklahoma, there's this weird... Well, it's not really weird. It's basically people just didn't like each other, so they're like, you know what? Fuck you. We're gonna move a little bit north, or we're gonna move a little bit to the west, east, south, what have you. Literally just 20 minutes up the road, there will be another town, in the same county or a city. And you're just like, okay. But the thing is, we have 2 other towns that are like super close to the point where if they have a possible tornado on the ground over there, you can hear their sirens going off. You're like, oh shit. That might be, you know what? You know what? You know what? Hang on, fam. Hang on. I'm just gonna go whoop. Yeah, if it's over there, sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and take cover. That or, you know, the atypical pastime, which is, you know, if it's not projecting to go in this direction, let's grab a mason jar of sweet tea and some popcorn and watch the fireworks go. Oh, God. That's my dad's favorite thing to do during tornado and hurricane season, is he'll sit up on his porch like the old man that he is, and he will sit there with his mason jar full of tea with a pack of beer in his shelter and just sit there and wait and watch. Just be like, I ain't moving till it comes and gets me. Oh, God. That man's gonna die one of these days. Slight markings here. Oh, I already did those. Okay. I can see them. Just barely. Like, you don't want it to be overwhelming. You just want it to be kind of there to add flavor, you know? Add a bit of flavor. Alright. I honestly think that's gonna be that for this particular one. Yeah. I'll come back for the leaves. Just want to kind of work my way through these and make them look good, you know? Alright. This one should be a little easier in regards to color coordinating it. Because it's off to the side and what I'm considering like a little shadowy area. But I think I have a reference for this one too, don't I? If not, it's fine. Maybe this one? And what I had earlier. Ah, yes. Ingenious evil, ingenious. Oh, tell you what, we're gonna take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna turn my own stuff on because I don't trust it not to run ads in the background that are super annoying. And we'll be back in 5. Alright, hold on.
No! Hang on. Let me get my phone back to see Jadger. So that way
I'll be able to watch the morning news. Oh, the media, which, speaking of which, let me check that while we're still here. I still have it open. Let's see, it's saying it was supposed to have rain showers here soon. Not bad. Oh, yeah. Like 3, 4 a.m. Bold. Hold on. Also, what's everybody's favorite candy? Just out of curiosity. Because I had to make an amendment to a previous statement I said to a friend. Because I really like malts. I like malt candies. You know, Whoppers. Those specifically. I love those. However, I was just reminded that I also really like sour gummies. There's something about them that tickles the brain. Let's see. What's a good soundtrack to put on? Hang on. You know what I can't believe? I cannot believe that there are... Oh, that looks fucking wicked. What? There are people who are posting videos of, you know what? Go for it. Zoo Tycoon, the complete edition. How they have their hands on it and it's operating to this day, I don't know. It's sorcery. That used to be like one of my favorite games when I was a kid. Was Zoo Tycoon. Alright. Oh, that's a nice shade. I like that one. But the question is, do we want to do what we did last time? Which was go for a brighter color first, work our way out from the inside, and then come back and add darker stripes and things to the petals? Or do we want to kind of reverse that? Have a darker color in the middle, go out, and then use the brighter color, kind of highlight everything. Right? Like if I were to do this. Like, I don't know what the rules of engagement are here. I'm kind of balls to the walls. Right, at this juncture. You know? Let's go for a darker red. Yeah. That looks better. Just a touch. Yeah. Look good. Cat, please leave my laptop alone. The rules of engagement to making stickers. I'm of the understanding that there are some guidelines you want to follow, but I'm not entirely sure what they are. Well, I mean, a few of them I get. But that's just like making emotes, you know? It is what it is. Which I'm not all that great at. I'm just not great at cutesy things. I don't make cutesy things. It just isn't my get-go. You know? Yeah. There we go. I don't pull it off very well. Okay, I have to keep track of this stuff mentally. Yeah. But no, it baffles me that people still have, or no, that there's like a safe source to download the game from. Because I think there's like this guy on Reddit who has it. It just has a few bugs to it, that's all. But like, complete edition, and then there was another one. It wasn't by Bluefang, but it was like this 3D zoo simulator. It wasn't as big as the complete edition from Blue Tycoon, you know, where it had marine life, creatures, like woolly mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, the whole shebang, and then dinosaurs, which fucking wild. Fucking wild there, bud. Fucking wild. But it was just like, oh yeah, your Bengal tigers, your silverback gorillas. Very atypical things, right? But it had more animal interactions. There was more things your guests could do. If you were like me and a sadistic child who was starting to learn to love people suffering to a certain degree, releasing all the animals to cause pandemonium in the zoo and then block off the exit just to watch people get absolutely annihilated by hippos and terrorized by beavers. Yeah, one of my favorite pastimes. Because they had hilarious animations for that. Like, somebody actually sat down and was like, what could a beaver do to terrorize a human being in a zoo? Let's find out. Like, okay. Right? So they probably only have to talk to my dad to figure that out, because, yeah. There used to be a big beaver. There probably still is a big beaver problem in North Carolina. I imagine there is. I imagine so. I like this combo of the darker reds. I know some people don't care, but like I said, it bothers me because I'm just starting to learn how to color and get all this stuff, so it has to be to a certain degree. Not necessarily perfect, but good looking. It has to work and complement each other. Right? That perfectionism is never going to leave. As much as I would like it to. Stop it! You know. Any hoot. Any hoot. Oh, that reminds me. Fucking Doctor Who and The Last of Us. I never thought that I would have those two in the same month together. It's awesome. I actually quite like the new Doctor. For those of you who don't know, I kind of... I just don't have access to watching Doctor Who anymore, but I loved it. It was so... The combination of serious and grimdark and the sci-fi and everything to horror, like, it's just the right kind of horror that I can sit with, right? It's not overly gory, it's not this blood, guts, and everything for no reason. Rah. Monsters that serve no purpose aside from terrorizing humans, which, I mean, no, they do have monsters in Doctor Who that terrorize people for no fucking reason. But, they're still fun. They have story to them. They're not just, they don't exist just to, you know, exist. They're like, no, they're... This guy's got a backstory. He has lore. My God. And I love it. Did I forget this? Yeah, I forgot this. I was like, did I blend this bitch in so much that it just lost its darker colors? Hello? There's a joke to be made here. It's a joke at my expense. Don't worry. Good day. Hey, JJ. The joke pertains to coloration. So close to 1K. Yeah! It's driving me batty. It's driving me batty. Really driving me up the damn wall, because it's like, just get it over with. Get it over with so I can put a party hat on my cat. What's close to 1K? Oh, the YouTubes. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. Yippee! Ooh, indeed, yay. Indeed. Very exciting. Listen, if we get to 1K, I'm putting a party hat on Miso. I cannot guarantee my continued existence and survival if I do that to Sam, though. I think he would legitimately murder me. Yeah. Get him little party hats. Time to yoink family devices and sub. Oh no. No, don't do that. Don't do that. YouTube actually doesn't like that. That looks good. That looks really good. I'm actually quite happy with how this one's turned out so far. Alright, let's add those lights. Time to fuck around and find out. Yippee! Alright, nope, not that one, this one. That might work, actually. Okay, if I did a little bit more on those broader petals, that will work. It'll be legit, I think. Well, you have to think about it this way. YouTube will only say it's legit if those are active participants to, like, at least, I would reckon, if I remember correctly, 40% of the stuff I post on YouTube. So, Damn. Yeah. But no. Which I'm gonna post it in Discord tomorrow, but just another reminder, we're not having the subathon tomorrow like I had originally planned. We have some bad storms rolling in here soon, about like 3-4 a.m. It's 1 right now. By the by, for reference. It's not supposed to get really bad until 7 a.m., so relax. Relax. We're okay. So I say. So we're moving the subathon back to Sunday, to be exact, because I have to run to the store with my mom and then pick up some gasoline. And then I'm going to set Crackhead McGee's house on fire. If only that were true. No, I gotta mow the lawn before the next rains come in, because we've got more, like, serious fucking rain next week, and it sucks. So, yeah. But no, subathon will be Sunday. We'll be doing it at 11 a.m.
Yippee! Haha!
Maybe that's the 1K special. Just like, oh no, something happened to my crackhead neighbor's house. What a shame. Nah, he doesn't need that. He's already got people coming to him who he owes money to because they mowed one side of his lawn and wanted more money to do the other side, and he just no-showed the neighbor. Oh, God. I want to make a Jerry Springer parody, but it's just me imitating my neighbor doing the wild shit that he does. The Midwestern special. Seems like the best time to do it. So many possible suspects, indeed. And you're right. Here's the deal. That is hilarious because it is incredibly true. There are so many people in this town that he owes money to that it's just like, God damn. He has no friends. He has no one to back him. I'd say it's sad if I actually fucking cared about his well-being. And I don't. I prey on his downfall each and every day. Remember, I'm sadistic. Ah. But come on, I'm evil. That's why. Hey, cop spot. Listen, Steve, it's a joke. Relax. You got other things to worry about, aka your job security. All right, you got other things to do. Okay, buddy. You keep having a good day. We all know who Steve is. And no, not Chicken Jockey. Because apparently everybody has their own personalized FBI agent. I know I've traumatized mine. You got Jerry. Oh no. I know it. If I have an FBI agent, they are traumatized. Dear God. Why? Because I can't.
Oh, look, a bot. and I'm going to ban you. Get the fuck out of my chat room. Whee! That account was made yesterday. Well, not yesterday as in the 1st, but the 30th. What the fuck?
That's sad. Alright, there's some spots I could use a little extra here. No, it was on Twitch. Luckily, it got stopped by the built-in moderator, but... So you can't really see it, but it's still like, I can see when people have made their accounts. And it's just, like, there's a new wave of Twitch bots, and it's just... Come on, man, come on. Does that actually work? Like, I want to know the stats on that. Do these bots actually work? Do people actually go, oh yes, I'm going to buy views, I'm going to buy followers? Because I've heard of that in the past, but... fuck, I knew someone who bought subscribers on YouTube. And that didn't work out too well for him. But we won't talk about that. Oh, dear. Alright, let's continue with this. That's already kind of dark, so why don't we brighten it up a little? Like a mute color, maybe? Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, though. I'm very curious. I want to see the stats on that. From people on Twitch who think that's a good idea. Because, oh god, for a while, this is... The thing on Twitch, it used to be, when you saw somebody grow super fast, either A, they got super lucky because of the algorithm, which Twitch has a very weird algorithm. YouTube is ever revolving. I hate what they've done with shorts right now. It's fucked up my entire thing. Hey Sheen, hello. How was that job interview, by the way? I believe you came in here the other night. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear it. Well, now it's time to curse them. Freebie! Oh. Oh dear. I don't know if I like this one. Oh, hold on. I guess I'll get a new job at a coffee shop or something. I actually don't know. Yeah. I don't like that color. I'm very... Okay, this is... I don't want to sound snobby. I really don't. And this isn't coming off as... I hope it doesn't come off as snobby. I don't work well with other people at all. I have a hard time just because it's like... When I'm working, if it's a physical, like, at the office kind of job, I'm very much in the mode of, I am at work. I am not your friend. I am a co-worker, and even then, I don't want to be your friend. I am literally going to do what I get paid for. And I'm gonna act how I get paid for. You know what I mean? Okay, so it's still in that vein. I don't know why, but YouTube doesn't want to show me your shorts in my sub tab. It's weird. Yeah, that is weird. Huh. they've done something with shorts where it's, I'm not hitting the demographic that I used to, because typically when I tag those shorts like, oh, hashtag Minecraft, hashtag Raft, what have you, it would actually go to people who are watching that stuff, who are already watching that content. Like, say you're somebody who is watching like lore videos on Raft, or you're watching stuff for Elden Ring. I post something that's about Elden Ring. It's in that vein, right? It's in that genre. You would get recommended my videos. And now with this new system, it's like, it's all over the fucking place. It's like, I'm kind of scared now. Because it's reaching the wrong people who do not care about what I'm posting, no matter how interesting it is. It's like, fuck's sake. Because if I am consuming that content, if I am consuming Elden Ring content and I see a funny video on Elden Ring, I'm going to watch the funny video on Elden Ring. However, if I am watching re-timmer past tornado catches or whatever, and I see an Elden Ring video, I don't give a shit about that Elden Ring video. it frustrates me because they had a good algorithm and they fucked it. Cactus. YouTube took their stupid pills again. Yeah, they did. It's very infuriating to me. You know what? Is my opacity down? What the fuck? Or is it just that dark? Hey! But it's frustrating. It's me, the milk of the sun. What? Hello. That's how frustrating it is to me. Including this color, oh my gosh. What the fuck? No. I hate it. Maybe... You know what? Just go with this. That'll do. I'm going with it. But no. It's just one of those things. It's whatever. I'm happy where I'm. Well, let me rectify that statement. I'm happy that I made it this far. I would like to go further, and I would like to improve my videos further. How about that? That's a little bit better. That's a better statement. Yes. Like, I want to get more and more into more I don't know if... See, this is where perfectionist brain and then the little kid who was just discovering, you know, animation, just getting out of a very abusive situation, discovering the world of drawing in a broader sense, comes out and clashes heads with the perfectionists, you know, because I've shown you guys Lords of War for Warlords of Draenor, World of Warcraft. Once again, we're not going down that rabbit hole though, but it's part of it. Bear with me. I love not necessarily that art style, but that form of animation where it's just one frame and minute movement, right? It's very efficient in its environmental storytelling and just all in between. I don't know how to describe it. That's what I've always wanted to do. And as much as I like fluid animation to where it's like frame by frame by frame. That is so fucking frustrating. There's so much room for error, and it's like, you know, I'm not saying that that's easier. I'm not saying that the one frame is easier. What I am saying is that it's more appealing to me personally, and I want to focus more on that. But I also would like to have fluid animation as a skill under my belt, because I know for a majority of people, like if you were to do a statistic of people, I would imagine at least 80% of people would enjoy fluid animation more over still frame. I imagine so. You know? It's just an idea. But maybe I'll do a mix-up. We'll see. Let's see. I want to go dark because that's kind of a bright color. Yeah, let's go with a brighter color. There you go. Like I said, I need to do more world building streams because I've just been, whenever I sit here and edit for clips and stuff, I just have my journal out and I just start sketching concept art. And I've been itching to draw a comic recently, just to kind of explore the world a bit more. Breathe a bit more life into it. Do, 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 do. Oh god, I just remembered I was supposed to... Okay, work time. Alright. I'm only gonna be here for like another 20 minutes. So. Yeah! It's almost 2 in the morning. Yippee! I was supposed to take photos of like a particular tree today and then a field that I was in. Because we had to go to Ye Olde Wally World to get some snacks, which, let me tell you something. Okay, for those of you who don't know, my mom has a vanilla allergy. Quite literally, she's allergic to vanilla bean. It's in everything. And unfortunately, that means Mom can't have a lot of candies and chocolates. However, yesterday, after the storms passed, my mom and I decided, why don't we go to the store and just kind of hang out? Because typically that's a safe place to go, right? And let's go get some snacks and just chill out because it actually feels really nice right now. So, we go out there. The field's flooded. That's fine. We have to walk on the crappy road. That's fine. Boop. Get there. And we didn't know this at the time, and a lot of the employees at the store didn't know this, but when the tornadoes had touched down, basically management had said, hey, we're just gonna shut down everything. So literally the store could not accept payments unless you had cash, which unfortunately here in this town, in regards to like the nearest ATM, the nearest ATM to that store is by the highway and a casino. Oh god. I'm surprised somebody physically can't taste Joe Biden's favorite ice cream. I fear what the punchline to that joke is. And if so, what's his favorite ice cream? I imagine it's like I was gonna say like Rocky Road or something like that, you know. Or a peanut butter mix. Like a peanut butter and chocolate, you know. He strikes me as that kind of guy. I don't know why, but he does. That's a legitimate answer, by the way. This is no joke. Peanut butter and chocolate ice cream isn't that bad when you're hankering for it. Though I am partial, I was introduced to this ice cream that's like macadamia and cherries and just dark chocolate with caramel in it. Oh my god. That's addictive. And as I've gotten older, I've... Vanilla Oreo. Really? Hmm. So just the classic Oreo? With it's like an Oreo blast, essentially. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah. I do like Oreos. Specifically, they have this, mint Oreos, of course. Those are always nice. I like to pair that with, hot chocolate during the winter. Good stuff right there. Good stuff. But they have a dark chocolate Oreo that is just absolutely fantastic. And then they have a toffee. They have a toffee Oreo. Oh, that is real good right there. That's the good stuff right there. Hell yeah. I'm a little picky when it comes to sweets. Here's the deal, I'm not super big into sweet things. And when I am, it's very, very specific. It drives my mother nuts. Because she's like, fuck. It's hard enough to shop for myself, and now you've got this thing going on? I'm like, just ask Dad. Or, you know, just harken back to when great-granddad was alive. And all his madness. Like, that dude was... he had some weird-ass combos. But then again, this is the same guy who mixed vodka and whiskey with psychedelic mushrooms. So, that's a given. How to escape the horrors of your home country being taken over by the Soviet Union. Psychedelic mushrooms and vodka. Oh god, it's sad in all reality, but it helps to laugh. Oh. Anywho. Yeah. Trying to remember what else. What other... there's like these, I have not seen them in forever and a day. I think it's just because they're not super popular in this area. More than likely, they're just not popular in this area. There used to be these really fancy, and they're tea cookies, or they're party cookies. Tea and party cookies. Basically, the entire premise of these cookies is they're for high-end social events. And they're these cylinder cookies, and basically it's a not super sweet, but it's a milk chocolate with a sweet bread. You know what I'm talking about? Those little things? Oh god, I don't remember the name. I know what they look like. They're like these really, really pretty cylinder cookies, and they come in this really tall tin. And they're expensive as all hell. Those things are nice, occasionally. Very rich, though. Very rich. I'm just traumatized when you mentioned your foraging enthusiast, Granddad. That's all you can think about is just this old man out there like, no, 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 you'll not pick this one, you'll not pick this one. This is the one, yes, yes. I've had to learn it the hard way. He was lucky that American mushrooms are easier to identify. I think that's the only reason, number one, he had so many kids, and number two, he lived for so long. Like, that man lived till he was about, like, roughly... Oh, fuck, hold on. I think he was 97? Yeah, 97. His wife was a tiny bit... I think she was... Hold on. Yeah, she was, like, 93. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit younger than him. She was a mean old woman. I won't lie. Like, she had her reasons, but... Good lords. Oof. There's a reason we didn't hang around her. And I guess he is a great example of love is blind. Because, don't get me wrong, she was a beautiful woman. But, dear gods, did she have a horrendous temper. Like, anything could set her off. Anything. This one story. And mind you, this was back in the olden days. Soviet era. They had just come over from... Like, basically, great-granddad had escaped from Lithuania all the way down to Great Britain, and that's where he met his wife. And basically they made an agreement of like, okay, we'll go to America together and we'll kind of tough this out together, right? There is a story from when they got their first house here where she got so mad at him because of the way he set up his shoes by the coat rack that she took a hot fire poker and threw it like a spear at him. God. Just, shoo! Fix your damn shoes! Okay. I don't know if I'm overly fond of this particular coloration right here. It just looks like... Hold on. You know what? What if we blend it rather than... Yeah, just do this, because it looks odd. Let's try try and fix it. Just looks like little strawberries, and I don't want that. Ah. You don't need it to be super obvious, just enough to recognize. No, my great-grandparents were very strange, in that sense at least. Not saying that they're awful, they're just a peculiar couple. I don't know what else I could do with it. I might come back to it later and just kind of put a bit more stuff on it. Okay, let's see. Let's work on greenery. Greenery. Greenery is always fun. That was like my favorite thing to do when I worked in a boutique. It was like, ah yes, let's put together greenery. That's easy for me to do. Because I like the color green. It's like my only favorite thing about summer out here is the variety of greens that are out here in Oklahoma are just wonderful. You head up towards the mountains and everything. Because they do have mountains out here, they're just smaller. And the variety of green in the forests and everything is just gorgeous. And then, you know, of course, right around fall, everything's starting to turn. Ugh. I can't. It's beautiful. And in their own ways, the plains are beautiful on themselves, even though it's just a lot of open nothing. Mildly disconcerting, but at this point in my life, I'm like so used to it. You know, you turn around somewhere in town and just this vast ocean of gold behind you that's not exactly flat, but there's nothing out there. Just high grass. And then the sky and everything. And it's like, whoa. I don't know how to describe it. But there was a, there used to be, and still to this day, people do suffer from this. You have to be careful if you're from out of state. You will suffer from prairie madness. Quite literally, it's kind of like, getting seasick, essentially, to a degree. You lose sight of the horizon and everything. You can get super lost. It drives you mad. I've seen it a few times. Never exactly experienced it, but try to keep yourself from that point. Like, nope. Now, something I've definitely seen, especially from people who have never lived anywhere with strong winds. Who live in mild environments, right? Never been in a hurricane, nothing like that. Never seen a tornado, flooding, what have you. Wind madness. There are old stories from settlers out here between like the French the Spanish, and a few others, where people have just gone absolutely fucking insane because the wind never stops. And when they started building settlements out here the way they did it, you know, with old metal and stuff, it just creates this screaming, howling sound. And unfortunately, I live by a train yard. Anytime the winds start to pick up, especially before and after storms, it sounds like just this visceral screaming outside. And that's when I just put on my headphones and I'm like, yep, nope. I know what it is. And I am electing to not subject myself to that. We're not doing that. No, ma'am. Not today. I already have anxiety problems. I don't need more. That would make for an interesting movie. Just something that surrounds prairie madness. You know, somebody getting lost and then just having to figure it. It would probably be more, yeah, it'd be pretty boring in the sense of that would be it. You would have to find a way to keep it interesting. Maybe a person having episodes of imagining scenarios going down to the point where it starts to become a little bit too real for their liking. And when they finally find a person, they just lose it, you know? They can't tell if it's real or not, so they don't take that chance. Right? It's an idea. Y'all are free to take that, by the way. I'm not good when it comes to, like, horror ideas or writing. Horror is just not my niche. Even though there are some horror genres or subgenres that I really enjoy, specifically psychological, with an unreliable narrator. How about that? Those, and not necessarily like, oh, the narrator's lying or anything like that. The narrator or the main character, their sense of reality is exceedingly distorted. You know what I mean? Like, oh god, there was this amnesia something. I was, y'all know who Markiplier is. If you don't, for shame. For shame. And there was like this new amnesia game that he was playing. He never freaking finished it, which... That's what I've got to say about it. But I quite enjoyed it because it had the unreliable narrator aspect to it. You know. Wrong button.
Sheesh.
Just makes me sit here and think, God, I wish they would actually make a Warcraft movie that was based off the books instead of some bullshit like they did last time. But I shouldn't get into that conversation because that will be like a 2-hour dissertation. And y'all don't want that from me. I've yammered enough as is. Anytime I play WoW, I talk about it just incessantly. It's like, it's disappointing. I could have done so much better. Good actors, though. Always. Yes. Okay. Did I not put that on another line? No, I didn't. What? Living life on the edge, baby! Yeah. This feels like a therapy session. So tell me about your day. Yes. Oh, dear. Art sessions are kind of like my therapy to a degree. You guys are just here witnessing me fall further and further into a minor madness whenever I just get left alone for too long. By my... If I don't have anybody here to mediate for me, I just fucking... I'm gone. It's like, oh, there goes evil. Yep, there she is. And there she goes. Should we stop that? No, let's see where this is. Let's see where this ends. Well, it's certainly not going to end well. Yeah, just keep an eye on the gasoline cans. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, did they deserve it? Yes. Is it right? By today's societal standards, no. But did they deserve it? Yes. This is why I avoid playing a mage in D&D, because I will be burning shit down. I just don't want to get kicked from the group again. And play by your rules. Oh no. Funnily enough, I've never played D&D before. Like, the closest I've ever gotten was Baldur's Gate, and that is just, I have a love-hate relationship with that game. Like, it's good. It's just not my style of game to where I'm super comfortable with it. Especially streaming it is very, like, I'm overwhelmed by everything that's going on. Which is stupid. It shouldn't be like that. I should be fine, but I just feel like I suck at it. Or at least with Dragon Age, whenever I play that, which I haven't played Dragon Age on stream in like 2 years. Don't even think about it, you little shit. Don't worry about it, Chet. Don't worry. Everything's fine. I'm gonna... Shoot. Make life easier for myself. No! Okay. Anywho. I have an insane amount of mint leaves right now. I may as well make dentist-approved cigarettes. Fucking do it. Do it. Yeah. That's all I have to say. Oh, God. Do it. Brr. Some of these look like lima beans. Her. I am like way past the time that I said I was gonna be gone. But it just got here, you son of a bitch. I just got to this point. You suck. Mm. There we go. Alright, anything else with a harsh edge? No, it looks good. Alright, that's where we're at. It's nowhere near being done. I had plans. It didn't go according to plan because I kept getting color coordinated fucking stuck. Anywho, you probably won't see any more of this until it's done. I'm for real on that one. But thank you guys for joining me. If you enjoyed the art show, drop a follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube. The next one is probably going to be... Let me pull up my calendar here. Because we have the subathon Sunday, depending on how long that goes. The max for it is... Or the minimum for it is 10 hours. Max is like 20, I believe. Probably, yeah, next Thursday. Next Thursday is going to be the next show. That, I don't know if that's going to be like an art study or mayhaps just a... Oh, my brain is not working. Concept art stream. World building, what have you. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys informed in the Discord. Anywho, I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Good night. Fare thee well. Have a great rest of your day. It's just starting. Yeah, I'm gone.